Hi, hope you have seen my previous videos on the help desk bot and Cloudpedia and how they can help you with your work. Now I'm going to demonstrate a service bot concept of how bots and IoT can work together and bring innovation to our products. So what I have here is a mobile app which is on my mobile, which I'm going to cast it and show you the demo as I go through. Okay, so I'm going to cast my mobile app. Okay, so this is on my app and I'm going to launch my IoT bot. Okay, so this is my IoT bot. What I also have is a setup here, which is I will explain. The challenge which I have taken here is that of an industrial plant with lot of equipments, and there is a certain critical issue because of a high temperature getting higher than a threshold, and the requirement is that this has to be acknowledged within 2 minutes by the operator or the site engineer. If not, if the temperature is not acknowledged, the rise is not acknowledged, it eventually is going to initiate a shutdown. And to prevent that, the person has to physically go to the sensor and do that, and he might be away from the location and so forth. So there are practical challenges of how to handle it. And once this is happening, of course there is a downstream process of of ordering the part, which we will look at it as well. Okay, so that's the first challenge, and which I'm going to demonstrate. So there is a device with which is having an alert temperature, let's say 30 degrees in this case. Normal temperature, normally it is at 25 and it's a healthy status. An alarm happens, it goes beyond the threshold, it sounds an alarm, you get a notification, and then you can work with Mr. Cloud and who will inform you that there is an alert, and then you can reset it to higher temperature. You're indicating that you acknowledge this is there, and it can be then updated. So we are going to see that live in action. So what I have here is okay. So I have a setup here which I'm going to show. So I have a setup here which is a Raspberry Pi, you can see, and it is also connected to a motor controller, and there is a fan. And the important thing is the blue one is the temperature sensor, which is going to sense the information. So this Raspberry Pi is connected to the internet. It's enabled with the AWS IoT, and then I'm going to initiate the sequence. And if you see right now, if I have started this initiation, it is showing that current temperature is 25 and the threshold is 30. And now I'm going to use a hairdryer to bump up the temperature and simulate it real time. You see the temperature is rising, and as a response, the fan has started indicating that the temperature is rise, and also you see the LED is blinking. So while this is happening, what's going to happen is I'm going to now initiate a process which is going to acknowledge this thing. I want to set the alert temperature.
What is the new temperature that you want to set alerts at?
42.
Alert temperature has been updated.
Okay. So you see the temperature has been updated. The alarm has been acknowledged by the system. And let me go back. So this particular thing has happened. So you have kind of voice control your IoT device and acknowledge the alarm. Next, what we are going to see is another interesting sequence that is involving a long-term replacement of the part. And to do that, as you know, typically organizations have multiple entities who are going to coordinate. So we already got a temperature warning. How do we deal with it? And we have, let's say, site engineer who is responsible. Then there's a buyer who is going to coordinate with vendor, and then there is operations manager who is going to approve the order. Usually it takes several weeks to order a replacement, and each person has to kind of put his recommendations, and finally part is delivered. So now we are going to see how bots can help automate that. Okay, so what I have here is a Slack interface, and with Slacks we have different channels, which is roles here. And as a site engineer, I have got an alert that okay, this is a high temperature alert, and this is a problem which is there for quite some time, and based on the information history, it is recommending yet you need to replace a part. And I'm going to hit yes. I want to replace a part. As a site engineer, I want to I recommend that. So this is going to initiate a workflow that okay, what it is the bot is going to do is it is going to look back. Okay, this is the part which needs to be replaced, and these are the alternate parts which are available. So it pulls out all the relevant information, the vendor information, its recommend red ranks, the reviews of the model, the technical specification, availability, price, and then the technical responsible can review this data, and then he can make recommendations. So similar information is also available for the second vendor code. So I, as a site engineer, let me recommend this one, and I hit recommend, and the recommendation is being processed and recorded by the bot, and it's going to initiate the next step. And once this recommendation is processed, it will take it to the next step in the workflow. The recommendation is recorded that this particular vendor has been recommended by engineering. At the same time, if you notice, the data has gone to the buyer. So right now I have added myself in the same person in multiple roles, but in reality there will be different peoples who will get these notifications. Now bot has informed, okay, this is what is the request for the purchase, and all the same information what engineering sees is also available to the buyer. Or the addition is the recommendation by engineering. So the buyer is knowing, okay, this is what coming from the vendor, and this is what my colleague in engineering has recommended. And then buyer can also review the information, and then he can put his own recommendation, maybe based on commercials, past history. He recommends the second vendor, and he kind of puts in his recommendation. Bot records that data, and then it is passed on to the next step. Here, the operations manager is responsible for it. He receives this information. The interesting thing is we can also have the same thing in a Slack app. So if we have Slack here, so I have a Slack mobile app, and I can open it, and it also allows me to do the same function. So I can log in as the operations manager here, and I can show you the same interface. So it exactly shows me the same interface, and I can look at this as the message, and here I see, okay, this is recommended by engineering, this is recommended by purchasing, and then I put my final approval, which is going to initiate the order. So the information is updated here, it's recorded, and the part is ordered. So you see, bot is really adding value here in terms of orchestration, taking care of your workflow, coordinating between different departments, and presenting a very contextual, highly contextual information to the user. So we see, in summary, with this kind of a bot who can integrate itself with IoT, who can really control, prevent the plant downtime, take action, and then also initiate a preventive maintenance workflow, coordinating across departments, and initiating the action. So can really make things much faster and effective. That's basically service bot. Hope you like this video, and also the other videos of helpdesk bot and cloudpedia. So under the hood, what I have used here, in fundamental, the platform is Amazon Web Services. So I use the voice recognition, which is, as I said before, launched in reInvent in December last year. So Amazon Lex is used heavily, and then there is IoT, which is basically allowing you to communicate with the sensors, and also subscribing to all these alerts. That's basically it from my side. I hope you like this video. We have seen the chatbots, very exciting opportunity, especially the voice interfaces technology has matured a lot, and looking forward to work and grow this area. Thank you.